Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's going on? So I got a question, man. I was just, thinking about how hot the 135-pound division is right now. How hot the 130-pound division is heating up to be with Shakur Stevenson, Miguel Berchelt, Oscar Valdez, Tank Davis. Vasil Lomachenko could possibly go back down to 130 and campaign. He's also a tweener, just like Tank Davis, campaigning at 130 and 135, or at least have the ability to do so. So I was just thinking about these two divisions, man, and who's the top guy in and around that weight class. Now, I got a question for y'all, man. Is Gervonta Tank Davis the most dangerous guy? Maybe not. I don't want to say the top guy because that's still yet to be determined. All these guys got to mix it up and fight so we can actually find out who is indeed the best, most skilled, the most dominant fighter. But who do you think is the most dangerous fighter? I think it's Tank Davis, man. I think Gervonta Tank Davis is the most dangerous fighter between 130 and 135. Tank Davis has the rare combination of God-given ability and skills. He has the rare combination of hand speed, punching power, athleticism, foot speed, boxing IQ, the knowledge, the pedigree that comes with that knowledge, like being around Floyd Mayweather and Earl Spence Jr. and, great boxers, having conversations with Mike Tyson. Like, these are things that matter, things that can take you a long way when you talk about just, the small things in boxing where you really pick up lifelong knowledge and career lasting knowledge that can really take you to the next level and help you sustain a certain level of success on an elite level where not too many guys can, let alone make it to, but be able to sustain once they get there. Tank Davis has all of that around him. Great tutelage. He got Leonard Ellaby. I believe personally that Gervonta Tank Davis has the best team in boxing, period. When you think about the PBC, Al Heyman being an advisor, then you look at Floyd Mayweather, who probably knows the business of boxing better than anybody, and the sport of boxing from inside the ring and outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? But going back to the skills and abilities, Tank Davis has always been a very, very, very powerful puncher, a very, very devastating puncher, and a very dangerous guy. And then slowly but surely, he started to show different parts of his skill set, with the footwork, with the hand speed, with the ability to control distance. He's a very, very good body puncher, very good a combination puncher, as well as a one-punch knockout artist. He can hit you with one shot. He can pot shot if he want to, or he can let off combinations with blazing speed. I mean, it's really not too much that Tank Davis can't do. When I look at Tank Davis fight, man, I try to think about the type of style that can beat him. And it's really hard to come up with a specific style that can beat Tank Davis. You gotta have a certain type of style, but you also gotta be a certain caliber of a boxer to really give Tank Davis trouble. I think really the only guy that I feel like the toughest fight for Tank Davis would probably be Devin Haney, simply because of the length and the pure boxing ability of Haney and the athleticism and the boxing IQ. That, to me, probably might be the most troubling fight. Now, Shakur Stevenson also for those same reasons, but Devin Haney is a little bit longer than Shakur, so I think it's possible that he might have a little bit stylistically, might have more issues with Devin Haney trying to get on the inside. But with Gervonta Davis, he really can do it all, man. He showed you that he can make adjustments in the Leo Santa Cruz fight. The first couple of rounds was kind of fill out rounds. Leo was trying to put the pressure on Tank and kind of make him uncomfortable, but Tank started to get more comfortable. He started to settle down and pick his shots more, be patient, go to the body, and then he set up the left. He was setting up the left uppercut the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? And he finally saw the opening, that precise moment. He saw that one particular moment where he was able to find an opening, make Leo Santa Cruz miss. He allowed him to throw the same punch 3 times, parried one, dodged another one, and then, countered with the uppercut. Like, those small nuances is what make Tank Davis great, aside from all of the physical gifts. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he can make adjustments, the fact that his boxing IQ is extremely underrated, and guys going there thinking that he's just some, strong, powerful, guy, when really you in there with a thinking fighter with dynamite in his hands, with blazing speed, with combinations and with one punch. I find it hard to believe that, more than maybe 2 of these guys between 130 and 135 can beat Tank Davis. I don't see Teofimo Lopez being able to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. I think he gets hit too much. His head movement is not good enough. Tank Davis has very, very underrated defense. I feel like Tank would be able to make Teofimo Lopez miss and make him pay. Tank Davis is one of the best counterpunchers in the sport of boxing. I feel like he'll be able to make Lopez miss and make him pay. And Lopez arm reach is like 1 inch. I believe Tank Davis is 67.5 and Lopez is like 68.5. So there's not a huge difference on the arm reach. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see Lopez being able to beat Tank Davis. I think he, if you look at the second half of the Lomachenko fight, he was getting you seen his head getting knocked back, you know what I'm saying? From the 7th round on up, he was getting touched up, you know what I'm saying? I think Tank Davis' defense is very, very underrated. His head movement, his ability to make you miss with just a slither of room so he can be in perfect position to counter you with something vicious. Gervonta Tank Davis is, to me, the most dangerous fighter at 130 and at 135. And I feel like his toughest matchups is going to be Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. That's probably going to be his toughest matches. And if the Devin Haney fight don't happen within the next few years, then it's not going to happen, because I don't see Tank Davis fighting at 140. These boys really lucky that Tank is only 5'5". They really lucky that Tank is only 5'5". That's what's keeping him from being able to fight at 140 and 147, because the height is going to be a huge. If he was 5'7", 5'8", Tank Davis will run through 140 and 147. You know what I'm saying? But that height, him being 5'5", it's going to be difficult when you start going up to 140, 147. These dudes got this long reach. It's going to be real hard for him to get on the inside. He's going to take too many shots, and it's just going to be a very, very uncomfortable matchup for him, when you start getting up into those higher divisions. So I think 135 is the peak for Tank Davis. I really don't see him fighting above 135. But these boys really lucky that Tank Davis is only 5'5". That's saving a lot of these dudes at 140 and 147, I'm telling you. Because this dude hit like a 147, 154 pounder. He hit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's my take on it, man. I really feel like Tank Davis is an incredible fighter. And, I think he has the ability and the potential to be like a top 3 pound for pound guy. All he needs is to get in there with the right names and continue to gain accomplishments and continue to grow in the sport. But his team, he got Floyd Mayweather Jr., Leonard Ellaby. These dudes done seen it all, man. So they matchmaking is phenomenal. They ain't gonna put him in there. They not gonna put him in there if the shit really, if it ain't gonna make him no money, if it ain't gonna be able to get him no extra notoriety, or if it ain't gonna be able to line him up and be in the most favorable position, they gonna move him perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna fight everybody at the right time. And you know what? I really can't blame him because you look at guys like Canelo Alvarez, you know, he made his whole career off of doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know, he made his whole career off of that. And people praising Canelo Alvarez. So if I'm Gervonta Tank Davis and team, you know, Mayweather and team Tank, I'm moving them the same way. You know what I'm saying? These guys gonna have to come see me. But that's neither here nor there, man. I want to see all the best fights happen. Is Gervonta Tank Davis the most dangerous fighter from 130 to 135? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.